Cool. So we'll move on now to our next section of the show, which is when we get questions submitted to us through the week from the listeners, you guys. And we've got the first one up, and I'm going to play that now.
Hey, my name's Norman. I'm from Wesley Chapel, Florida, and my question is, what are some good ways to come up with song titles or song topics with a blank slate?
Not had that one before. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's a tough question. Song
Straight
topics.
to the point, though.
Yeah, straight to the point. In terms of song topics, mate, just whatever you're feeling at the time. That's my best advice. And I don't want to say anything more than that because, you know, if you're a storyteller, then you already have topics in mind and everyone has emotions. So play off those emotions and the song will naturally come out. Now, in terms of the song title, now we're talking. I would say the hook is the wisest thing to do, especially to gain listener traction. And what I mean by that is subconsciously using the hook as a title will make the audience already listen out for the song title as the hook. And they'll be able to avoid any confusion where the hook or the chorus is because you've already given it to them in the form of the song title. So subconsciously, as soon as they hear say the song is called Without You, as soon as they hear the Without You, oh, this is the chorus, and it gives them the lyric already to sing along to, and it might be super simple, but stuff like that really does make a difference. I mean, from a marketing standpoint as well, what is a title that is catchy, that is related to the music, and something you can easily create into an attractive piece of single or album artwork? I think you should think about all these things, and
how it all links.
All links up. Marketing is a huge portion of releasing your music.
Yeah.
And if you're clever with things like this, it can go a very long way. And I mean, that's the wisest thing, in my opinion, to do is use the hook.
Yeah.
Especially when you're first starting. When you start to gain an audience, you can kind of experiment a bit, but to make everything connect, and what I mean by that is the songwriting, the audience participation.
Participation.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Participation. Just so that they know the lyrics straight away. And they can kind of almost gather something in their head as to connect to themselves with the song. So, yeah, that's what I want to say on that, man. I mean, I've never really thought too hard about it until I'm like,
now.
what should I call the song? But if you've got a good hook, you've got a good title.
Yeah, hook's the way to go, man. Plenty of times I've heard a song on the radio, but not like I've missed like the part where the radio presenter like introduces the song, or like sometimes when like songs run back to back, they don't like introduce. Well, not I guess it wouldn't be introduce it because the song's played, but you know at the end of it they say, and that was blah 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 by this artist. So it's really difficult to try and then find that music if I'm like humming that tune and I'm like, oh damn, I just want to really listen to that again. If that song is not like a key lyric of the hook, how are you gonna find that? And that's what I always go back to is, you either want, I think, you either want to rely on Shazam being able to just get the listener to your song if they hear it, are attracted to it, and that kind of thing, or you want that hook to be so distinct and so obvious that, when you hear like Justin Bieber's Sorry, which is the hook of I'm sorry, like you just know, right, that would make sense for that song to be called Sorry. And exactly. It's like, you just instantly know to find it, and it's definitely the most kind of hooky part of the song. So yeah, go with the hook. The only comparison I have maybe to add as the other flip side of the coin is I do quite like sometimes where like bands that I've followed in the past, well, still follow to this day, will kind of switch it up and create these kind of wacky, long, weird, drawn out kind of titles for their songs. And
definitely.
It just adds a wee bit more kind of interest. But they've already, I think, when they've done that, got a fan base. So they don't necessarily need to... I wouldn't advise it for the starting grassroots artists because, like we're saying, you're wanting to get your listeners converted easy as possible. You don't want them to have to hunt like a full phrase in Google to try and find your song. So yeah, but like some of the amazing examples that I've got that I've loved in the past is like a band called A Day to Remember, who have a song titled I'm Made of Wax, Larry, What Are You Made Of? Which is bizarre in itself, but it's
Crazy.
a great song. And then I love the song by Mayday Parade, I'd Hate to Be You When People Find Out What This Song Is About.
Great
That's
tune.
a long title for a song, but it's, instantly you're like, oh, but there's loads of examples I could give like that where like they're long sentences. And that's the only kind of flip that I wanted to give to this question, just as another comparison. But I would say, from my perspective, I'm with Tom, keep it with the hook.
Clever
Simplify.
question, man. Really enjoyed it. Cheers,
clever.
Norman.